General Hospital spoilers next 2 weeks. Judge's blackmail secret at risk. Willow chooses. Port Charles is never short on secrets, betrayals, and emotional upheaval, and the next 2 weeks on General Hospital are poised to deliver all three in spectacular fashion. As powerful players maneuver behind the scenes and deep-rooted secrets begin to unravel, the fates of some beloved characters hang in the balance. From a judge's dark past putting multiple lives at risk to Willow finally making the choice that will change everything, here's a detailed breakdown of what to expect over the next 2 explosive weeks on General Hospital. Jason Morgan has never been a man of many words, but the silence between him and Drew Kane is deafening, and this time, unfixable. Drew tries to present Jason with a compromise to protect both Scout and Danny from the fallout of the looming legal war, offering to publicly clear Jason in exchange for a quiet exit from the Yelq board. But Jason knows a trap when he sees one. He rejects the offer, knowing Drew is working closely with both Valentine and the mysterious Jacinda, who may have ties to the judge with a scandalous past. When Jason walks away, he doesn't just refuse the deal, he declares war. Sam is caught in the crossfire, and her loyalty will soon be tested. Josselyn Jax can't shake the feeling that Agent Dalton isn't what he seems. While Trina remains hopeful that the WSB agent can be trusted, Joss takes matters into her own hands. Using Dex's old burner tricks, she gains access to Dalton's encrypted phone and uncovers a shocking message. The judge is compromised. Leverage intact. Initiate plan with Cyrus. Josselyn is stunned. What connection does Dalton have with Cyrus Renault? And how deep does the corruption go? She hides the phone but tells Trina just enough to get her guard up. Meanwhile, Dalton senses something is off and starts playing a dangerous psychological game with Josselyn. Portia Robinson has always suspected that Judge Alvin Roth was playing a double game, especially after Trina's ordeal with the DA's office. When she and Curtis receive a confidential folder from Marshall, containing proof that Roth once blackmailed a teenage witness in a murder trial, their worst fears are confirmed. The victim? A young intern who once dated Spencer Cassidy's cousin. The trial? Connected to a decades-old Cassidine secret that Victor tried to erase. With this evidence, Portia and Curtis realize that Roth is not just corrupt, he's dangerous. They plan to take it to Laura, but someone else is watching, Jacinda. Sasha Gilmore is fresh out of Ferncliff, and her clarity is more focused than ever. She warns Carly and Willow that someone in the judiciary is working against their family. Carly dismisses it as paranoia, until Diane confirms a sealed court motion was tampered with, and it all leads back to Judge Roth. Willow, meanwhile, faces a terrible choice. Join Michael in appealing to the court to remove Drew as a guardian figure in Wiley's life, or walk away from the war entirely. When Sasha tells her, "Whatever you choose, just make sure it's yours, not Michael's," Willow begins to question everything. In a quiet but tense scene, Nina and Valentine meet at a Metro Court penthouse. The goal? Find a path forward, for themselves, for Charlotte, and for the companies they once co-controlled. Valentine admits he's working with Drew, and possibly with the judge to protect Charlotte's interests. Nina, furious but calculating, proposes a different alliance, one that may involve turning over Dalton's secrets to Jason. With the custody battle heating up, Willow must make a defining choice: follow Michael's plan to expose Drew, or cut ties with all of it and seek a peaceful life for herself and Wiley. She visits Shadybrook to meet a former patient who went through a similar court trauma, and the conversation rattles her. She confesses to Brooklyn, "I love Michael, but I think this fight is about his need for revenge, not our family." Brooklyn urges her to stand firm and follow her instincts. In an emotionally raw confrontation, Willow tells Michael she won't testify. She's leaving town and taking Wiley with her for a break. Michael is left stunned and seething. Carly Corinthos isn't one to sit back and let someone target her family. After Josselyn gives her Dalton's phone, Carly finds a hidden audio file, Roth in a conversation with Jacinda, discussing a payout from an unknown benefactor linked to the WSB. Carly arranges a confrontation at the courthouse. Roth tries to maintain his calm, but Carly plays part of the recording in front of Alexis and Jordan. Though it's not admissible yet, It's enough for the mayor to launch a quiet investigation. Roth threatens her with contempt, but Carly leans in and whispers, "Tick-tock." Anna Devane returns from a mysterious trip to Geneva and drops the file Josselyn has been waiting for. Dalton was once embedded in a covert CIA-WSB crossover mission that went sideways in Syria, and the last person seen working with him was Victor Cassadine. Anna believes Dalton is a legacy agent, one who was reactivated to clean up loose ends. This isn't about justice. It's about control. When Jason hears this, he realizes that his recent freedom may have been orchestrated, and he might still be a pawn. Brooklyn finds herself at a crossroads when her OB appointment leads to unexpected news. She's pregnant. But the stress of the courtroom drama and the battle between Jason and Drew leads to a medical scare. Chase rushes her to GH, and they're told the baby may be at risk. Meanwhile, Lois and Olivia team up to support their daughter and call in reinforcements from Bensonhurst, setting up a family-heavy storyline as summer unfolds. Just as Curtis is about to deliver the folder on Roth to Laura Collins, he's attacked. The documents are stolen, and Curtis is left with a concussion. Portia suspects Jacinda, but it may have been someone else entirely. A shadowy figure is seen handing the folder to a man in a dark trench coat, Cyrus Renault. Could Cyrus be orchestrating Roth's survival to protect his own blackmail network? If so, Port Charles is about to be rocked even further. From a secure location in Rome, 3 letters arrive at Trina's door, written by Spencer Cassadine before his presumed drowning. The letters reveal his deep regrets, his suspicion that he was being watched, and his belief that someone inside the WSB knew about his capture. Trina breaks down as she reads his words. Is Spencer still alive? And if so, why now? Josselyn is worried that this could be a trap to distract Trina from Dalton's lies. But Trina says, if Spencer's alive, I have to find him. A shocking arrest shakes the courthouse, and it's not who anyone expected. Jordan Ashford learns that Cyrus's connection to the judge runs through a forgotten case file from her time as commissioner. Michael and Drew finally go head-to-head in a brutal corporate showdown that leaves one man out of Yelku for good. Elizabeth Weber is drawn into the Jason/Drew war when Jake is subpoenaed. Sonny Corinthos begins watching Dalton closely, but will he help Jason, or burn both sides to protect Avery and Donna? In a tearful goodbye, Willow leaves a letter on Carly's doorstep. Tell Michael I love him, but I won't raise my son in a war zone. When he's ready to choose peace over power, we'll be waiting. Her exit leaves Michael devastated and ready to make a choice of his own. But with Cyrus, the judge, and the WSB tangled in every move, peace might be harder to find than anyone imagined.